Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. Today we've got a roadmap, an Alpha 4.18 update for you, as well as an info dump from a bar citizen in China, and even a Galactopedia update with 3 star systems being the focal point there, which I want to go over. There was a bar citizen China info dump that I saw on Reddit from the Pipeline Discord as well. I don't have the original source and I wasn't there, so take it with at least a tiny pinch of salt, but it looks legit, so let's go over some of the points here. Funding rewards for backers who were sort of present at the $400 million and $500 million funding marks are going to be coming, but they haven't started development yet. So previously, we've had in-game t-shirts, a pistol, a challenge coin, war bond flare, and a whole host of pre-$100 million flare items and components. So we could literally have anything turn up as little rewards on players' accounts for these. Something quite small and inconsequential, but maybe something that looks a bit cool. Typically flare or clothing, armor, that sort of stuff. They are planning to continue using easy anti-cheat for Star Citizen. I'm not a huge fan of easy anti-cheat, as I think that it can be pretty invasive, as lots of anti-cheat programs are, to be honest. But I also understand the need for the game to be kept cheat-free as possible until a potential homegrown solution can come along. AI logging might be a good alternative, or at least assistant to this in the future, literally having AI scan logs for odd occurrences and then ANAC bans. They can do a lot of machine learning for a lot of this stuff as well, though that's more curative than preventative, and obviously you want to prevent a lot of this stuff before it happens. Concierge rewards will be improved in the future, so this is backers that have spent $1,000 or more. So we might see even more levels of concierge, because the top level currently is $25,000. So that actually seems like madness to me, because, or at least it's unnecessary for them to improve the rewards further for that. That's just my opinion. I am a concierge. I'm not a high-level concierge. I am relatively anti-elitist, though. So what I do want to see are more rewards for the referrals program, though I do like Cloud Imperium doing temp mini bonuses for events and free flies. Interested to know what people think of the referrals program. I'm sort of suppose I'm talking for the first 100 referrals. Really, I think the rewards could be spiced up for that to incentivize and reward people for doing that, or getting their friends to sign up. The core of multi-crew gameplay is going to be the resource management system, which we should see in 2023, at least that's what Cloud Imperium have previously hinted at. This will expand out different player roles on ships. Persistent entity streaming and server meshing are a requisite for this too. So resource management, that's literally the circuitry of a ship that is transferring fuel to energy and then moving that energy around different systems and that sort of stuff, and that movement of energy and the systems can be disrupted, destroyed, they need to be repaired. There can be relay points there as well that need repair, so this allows for damage control and engineering. It's then sort of going to go on to having physical components in ships. It's super important for the game. It is a core part of the game and really, really expands out a lot of the gameplay that I think most players want. Pyro has a completely different art style compared to Stanton, apparently. The system is more of a place to explore than live in, at least in its first implementation. Pyro is obviously pretty big. There's a lot going on in Pyro. There's going to be a lot of opportunity there beyond what we're getting in Alpha 4.0 as the game sort of expands. There's going to be base building and all that sort of jazz in the future too. CIG is planning to open Asian game servers in the future, including ones in Singapore, South Korea, Thailand, India, and Hong Kong. And that makes sense because I believe Cloud Imperium still use Amazon Web Services for, or AWS for their servers, and they are a scalable global solution. It will be interesting to see how server meshing versus regional servers work, and if and how long we're going to be region locked in the future with Star Citizen. I'm in the UK. I want to be able to play with my friends in the US, European Union, and Australia. So now, obviously, EVE Online manages with 1 megashard, though admittedly that is an entirely different environment and game, and obviously all of the sort of individual systems are their own servers. Server meshing in Star Citizen might allow for 1 single megashard technically, but will latency be that big bottleneck, or will there be other technical limitations? We're going to have to wait and see. It might mean we have regional servers for the long run. Also, players won't be able to communicate with each other, so there are language barriers. which could be dealt with by locking shards via languages as well. So we're going to have to see what Cloud Imperium decide in the future. Additional payment methods and currencies are planned for backers in different countries. Alipay for Chinese users, for example. That makes sense, and I wonder if Cloud Imperium will eventually open up to accepting crypto. There is potentially a reasonably large bar citizen in Singapore on the 30th of September as well, so more info could come out of that one too. We've got a little bit of a roadmap update, just adding a couple of features, or confirming a couple of features for Alpha 3.18. The Daymar crash site, a derelict settlement on Daymar using parts of the Star Runner and 600i, as well as some HABs adapted to the biome to create a point of interest with some type of activity, puzzle, traversal, hostile AI, missions, etc., as well as rewards for completion. And we also have the Greycat PTV racetrack, implementing a racetrack in the Horizon Vision Center on Crusader in the same location as the most recent Invictus launch week, designed for the Greycat PTV and for racing around there. So those are both now committed for 3.18. The plan is still to have Alpha 3.18 go to EVCART for a persistent entity streaming or PES test this week or weekend, as far as I'm aware anyway, and Cloud Imperium want 3.18 live for mid-November for the 2952 Intergalactic Aerospace Expo still. We are also still waiting on the rest of the content for 3.18 to be committed and confirmed. Players were worried about the lack of coverage from Cloud Imperium on the cargo factor that's supposed to be in the patch, but Cloud Imperium said recently that it's still on track to be released with 3.18, and if anything changes, they will let us know on a roadmap update. We've also had the monthly Galactopedia update. Along for the day for this talk will be integrated with a new sort of star map, but some highlights here being the Retor system, Nexus system, and updates to the Odin system, as well as all of their planets. Let's go over the systems briefly and the updates here. The Odin system is a planetary system in the UEE, the United Empire of Earth. It's made up of 2 Chthonian planets, 1 gas giant, an unusual cosmic anomaly, and a white dwarf star. The anomaly was created when the first planet in the system was destroyed by the star, leaving behind a unique asteroid field beset by constant electrical storms. Corporations and research facilities that deal in dangerous materials conduct testing on Odin 2. The Retor system is a planetary system in the UEE that consists of a G-type main sequence star, a mesoplanet, 3 terrestrial planets, and a gas giant, discovered by PhD students from the Martian Institute of Space Technology, MIST. Their decision to share their discovery with MIST's president led to Retor becoming a system that is dedicated to education rather than corporate interests. Its planets and cities are dedicated to some of the most prestigious research universities and education facilities that the UEE have to offer. The Nexus system is a planetary system in the UEE that consists of 1 protoplanet, 3 terrestrial planets, a gas giant, an asteroid belt, and a A-type main sequence star. Its existence was initially kept secret from the public due to its only known jump point being connected to Cathcart. After terraforming Nexus 4, the UNE suffered a budget shortfall and were unable to continue development of the system. As a solution, the mining rights to Nexus were sold to the Hathor Group. After the company strip mined a large portion of the system and extracted all they could, they left. Over the course of the next several decades, Outlaws took control of much of the abandoned infrastructure and began using the planet Lagos, or Nexus 3, as a base of operations. Following the events of the now infamous Keller's Run, the UEE Navy launched an operation to reclaim the system in 2931, which is still ongoing. If you'd like to know more about Keller's Run, Zin, my lovely editor, has done a little bit of a lore episode on that previously, so go check that out. I will link it below. Also, you should probably use your face eyes to get Tobii Eye Tracker 5 and then get precise control of your head and your eyes in-game. Oh, I can use it to have greater immersion. Check out my links for that down below and use the code BoredGamer to get a bit of a discount. Boom! That's it for your Star Citizen update today. Are you excited by more flesh being put on the bones of future star systems? Are you excited for Alpha 3.18 and persistent entity streaming, as well as the myriad of other features that patch brings? Are you expecting any more issues or delays? How do you think Cloud Imperium will handle regional servers? Will we see the resource system released in 2023? What do you think we'll get for the $400 million and $500 million marks in terms of flare items or whatever they're going to give us? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. I'm Nord Catcham, and it's my mission to become a Nord Master. Oh no, it's Team Hacksaw!
Hacksaw uses trackers and blocks your ability to go on websites like Netflix and watch the content that you want to on Netflix? Question mark. Go NordyChew. NordyChew uses nordvpn.com/BoredGamer. It is super effective. He beats Team Hacksaws and he becomes a NordVPN master, a Nordymon master. Fortunately, with NordVPN, you don't need to catch them all. You just need to get a subscription from nordvpn.com/BoredGamer. Links below. Every month we have a ship giveaway, and for September, we're giving away 3 ships, 1 each, to 3 different lucky winners. The Origin 100i, the 125A, and the 135C. Any of these solid starter ships will allow you just to jump into Star Citizen and play right away. All you need to do is comment on any of my videos made during the month to be in for a chance of winning one of those. More details in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to further support the channel, consider using the join button under my videos or becoming a Patreon. Either way, you'll get access to some exclusive content and have more of a voice in shaping the channel. A huge thank you to anyone that already does that. You are amazing. I love you. Zin also is contractually obliged to love you. There is a link for donations and all that jazz in the description below as well if that is your preferred medium. It is super appreciated, genuinely. Once again, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the verse.